All right, great Saturday morning. Great selling Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Seth Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. In with our 15 minutes mastery to get your day going on the right foot with some information, inspiration, and motivation. As you know, we come in here to be able to share some insight with you. Get your head going, get your head straight, get it right so that you can attack the day. Today, we want to talk on Selling Saturdays. You know, we're to always mention to you, it's all about the sale, right? You should just be focused in on the sale. So we're going to get into that today. Welcome, coming to you live from the home office. Maybe it's another, usually you see me in the actual office right now. I want to welcome you into our kitchen out here at home. Got into town late last night from Chicago. Had a great time this past week working with the great folks from Zeman Homes. Got in late and took care of some stuff with the boys this morning, or one of them. And now I'm in here to get with you. I want to talk on episode 476 about why you should make Saturdays all about new business. Roy T. Bennett writes, what you stay focused on will grow. It's simple. I love it. It's clear, to the point. What you stay focused on will grow. And now, why would we use that as our quote for today? Well, the reason why we're talking about using that as our quote for today is the fact that we want you to be focused on new business on Saturdays. Too many times we run across people, I was guilty of it myself when I was selling. Sometimes especially when you don't have appointments lined up on a Saturday, right? You'll find yourself making yourself busy, grabbing files that you already have deals working on and going through those. And now you know what, I forgot I had to get this done, or calling to collect some conditions from a customer because you don't have them yet. And so those kinds of things actually hinder what Saturdays is all about. Because think about it. Saturdays should be all about the sale. Saturdays should be all about you and how you can help buyers out there become homeowners, how you can help those families out there that we talk about, those 36 million families that are out shopping for homes this year. Saturdays is usually the day that they tell you is the easiest for them to come in, right? And so Saturdays should be all about the sale. But too many times, we find where that's not the case. And your focus is on files. Your focus is on some paper you forgot to fill out. Your focus is on submitting applications maybe, or whatever it may be. Everything and anything except new business. You see? And what winds up happening in those cases is you miss out on opportunities. But why is it that it would even get to that? Okay. Why would your Saturday not be full of appointments? Why would your Saturday not be about new business? Why would you not be focused on that? And I'm in here to tell you that the reason why most housing consultants or community managers that don't have a full Saturday or are focused on other things is because they didn't do what they should have done during the week. What is that? Well, you should have done the marketing on a consistent daily basis to have gotten the leads that you would have spoken to, that you would have had some intentionality behind that, understanding that your main priority is always new business. Everything that we do, ladies and gentlemen, everything that you do each day of the week is about new business. Now, you maintain everything else. Think about this, okay? You maintain everything else. You maintain your current pipeline. You train to improve. You do the things that you do throughout the week that need to get done, but make no mistake about it. Every day is about new business. Because imagine if you had 15 deals in your pipeline and that's all you focused on. You didn't do your marketing every day. You didn't do your follow-up calls every day. You weren't calling new potential buyers every day. You weren't sitting in front of people. You weren't setting up appointments. If you weren't doing those things, eventually that pipeline goes away and then you've got nothing. So the beautiful thing about sales is it never ends. We talk about all the time, right? Goalpost is always moving. We talk about how you're always chasing a new deal. I used to tell my team this all the time. It's Monday. Congratulations. We're back to zero. Right. So today, maybe you work on a Sunday. I know sometimes I would go in on a Sunday and get it done. Maybe you're required to. I don't know. Whatever the case may be. For most people, today is the last day of the week. And so once you're done with the end of the day today, you're back at zero. You're back at zero appointments. You're back at zero new deals. You're back at everything resets. And that's the beautiful thing about sales, is that's what keeps you going, keeps you engaged. So with all that being said, listen, if you don't have your Saturday lined up with appointments with those people that say that they can't make it in during the week, which the majority of them are trying to come in on a weekend, you should have 3 or 4 new appointments set for every Saturday. But if you don't, that's simply because throughout the week, you didn't do the things that you should have done. You didn't post your ads consistently. You didn't make enough calls. You didn't talk to the right people. You didn't have the intentionality behind it of always setting 2 appointments per day. Because if you do that, I guarantee you to look, if you're setting 2 appointments per day, you're going to end up with a full Saturday. Not that you're setting every appointment for Saturday. I'm just saying it ends up that way. Okay. But with all that being said, we have to keep in mind the fact that what it takes to be able to get this done is the right amount of discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. And that, a lot of it has to do with our time management. My gosh, it was no different this past week as it's been with any other week, with any other group. It's no different. Every time we get into the topic of time management, oh my gosh, the looks that I get, the sometimes the stares of just disbelief and sometimes frustration, and maybe sometimes they even look like they're angry at me. But when we get into that, too many people think that you can't manage your time. The time management that being able to work on the schedule does not apply to manufactured home sales for whatever reason. That's what the majority of people think. And I know what the reason is. The reason is that they feel that it's never been important. It's never been something that's been trained on. But that right there, my friends, is a main reason why your Saturdays are empty. And if they're empty, rather than grabbing that file, you should be on the phone. You should be different people that are out there needing to buy a home, wanting to buy a home. That's what you should be doing on Saturday. It doesn't, when I tell you that Saturdays is all about new business, it doesn't mean that, well, if I don't have somebody in front of me, then I'm just going to do this other stuff. What else am I going to do? The other things that you should be doing is, if you don't have appointments, you don't have a walk-in that came in, you don't have somebody in front of you, you should be marketing. You should be putting out content. You should be on the phones, calling anybody and everybody. That's what it should be. It should not be about grabbing those files. And if you can operate that way, hopefully every day, but especially on Saturdays, if on Saturdays you could operate that way, man, how different your career would be, how different your effectiveness would be, how different your bank account would be. I'm telling you from personal experience, back from when I was selling to when I was a general manager, Saturdays should be only about new business. I really wish that there was somebody out there saying this to me, to us. And don't get me wrong, I did, right? You always have your managers. Even when I was selling, I had my sales managers, my general managers, that would talk about this, but not to the full extent that we speak about it now here with you. But I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you, you need to be able to run your Saturdays with the understanding, the belief, and the actions that you're only going after new business, because even if you don't have appointments lined up, if you did your content marketing during that day, you were constantly online, you went live from one of the houses, you went live from inside your office, you were putting stuff out about the business, about the company, about the homes, all these things. If you spent your day doing that, and if you spent your day when you weren't doing that, if you spent it on the phone actually speaking to old leads, speaking to new leads, speaking to the people that were reaching out to you on Facebook, if you were just focused in on your business, your following week, even though Saturday you may not end up with anything, the following week will be chock full of appointments, will be slammed with business coming in. I guarantee it. And hopefully what you do is you build on the momentum, and that's just who you become. And you do that each and every day. The only difference is that during the week, the morning you allow that for working on your current pipeline and learning and doing everything else you got to do. But all day Saturday and in the afternoons should be all about new business. So let's get into what are the 5 things that you should do to make sure that you are making Saturdays all about the new sale, the new business. Okay. First and foremost, you've got to have 3 or 4 appointments set for your Saturdays. Every Saturday. That should be your goal throughout the week. I want to stack my Saturday full of appointments. You want to have 3 or 4, man. There's been sometimes where I've had 6, 7, or I had consultants that had 7 or 8 different appointments set up. Sometimes they're at the same time. And look, if there's somebody right now out there watching this that is a potential buyer and hears me saying, double book your appointments. The reason we tell people to double book is because the majority of people, well, half of the people won't show up. So Mr. and Mrs. Customer out there, look, I'm telling you with all due respect, a lot of folks will set an appointment with a housing consultant and not show up. And that takes money out of their mouth. So what I always told my team is double book. If somebody wants an appointment at 2, you already had an appointment at 2, take the appointment at 2. Worst case scenario is they both show up at the same time and somebody else has to help whomever came in. The second family that comes in, somebody else will help them. Shoot, I will help them as a general manager. I'll jump in there and help them out. But book your Saturdays strong. You should have at least 3 or 4 appointments, because out of those 3 or 4, you'll get 2 maybe that come in. Okay. And out of those 2, hopefully you've got a really solid one, because they're appointments. So you've already set them up for success, right? They should be coming in already with a folder in hand with, pay stubs, W-2s and IDs, social security cards, bank statements, everything that they're going to need. They should be coming in with that. So part of your appointment setting process is making sure you're setting them up. Look, man, we could go in so many directions with just this one topic, and I'm going to keep it on just what we're talking about. Make sure that Saturday is all about business. We're going to dive into these other things as we go along, but have 3 or 4 appointments set for Saturdays. Your personal and your sales office should shine. Man, put up some balloons, get your office space looking great. Make it fun. If you don't have family pictures in your office, you should have some family pictures in your office. Make yourself human. All right. But make sure that the sales office, the location outside is clean. Okay. Walk the parking lot, walk your lot, make sure there's no trash around. Get your office looking great. Put on some music, make it fun, put out some balloons, and let's have a great time. Right. The next thing is you should come in after doing that, confirm all your appointments. Hey, those 3 or 4, or hopefully 8 appointments, call them all. Have your GM call them as well. Confirm those appointments, because when you make that confirmation call, especially the day of, hopefully you've made it. If you made that appointment on a Monday for Saturday, hopefully you spoke to them once or twice at least during the week to keep yourself top of mind so they actually show up on Saturday. But on Saturday, you want to call them all again and make sure. You should get in the practice of having your GM confirm your appointments the day before, Friday before the end of the day. Get them all the information on who you have coming in, and let your GM or your sales manager call them. When that manager calls, it creates a little more urgency. It also it edifies you, and it makes it where the buyer now feels another need to come in because the manager called them as well. All right. So get all your appointments confirmed for today, and hopefully you start doing it the day before, Friday night. get those appointments confirmed. Next thing you want to do is put out some content marketing. Like I said, if you don't have any moment on a Saturday that you're not sitting in front of a customer, you should be posting content. Not about the sale, content marketing. If you're not familiar with the difference between marketing, right? Advertising is, we've got this double one for $10,000 off. It's the only one in stock. That's advertising, right? Marketing is informational. Marketing about yourself, marketing about the company you represent, marketing the product, marketing how to go about buying a home, the difference between you, marketing things about the home's construction. That's marketing. Putting that out there. If you don't have, man, if today was a Saturday where you just did not have any appointments, or let's say, it's drizzly out here and cold in San Antonio, but let's say it's a bad weather day wherever you're at, and people just aren't showing up. That is the perfect day. That Saturday is the perfect day to go live or create some content that you put out that day at least 3 or 4 times throughout the day. And post it everywhere, not just on Facebook, but anything that you've got, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, get it out there. The more you have, the more content marketing you have versus advertising. Okay. It's 2 different things. Get that out there on Saturdays. If you don't have your appointments, take advantage of it and get that done so that you can make sure that people know you, right? And then the last thing is, if you're not with the customer in person, you have to be with one on the phone. If you don't have appointments, or your appointments don't show up, or maybe your appointments are later on in the day, or maybe you only had 2 appointments and man, you're there for 8-10 hours, right? So even if both of them showed up and you're with them, let's say you sold each of them and you spent 3 hours with them at 6, there's still 2 hours worth of time. Phones, folks, post your content, call the leads. If you're not sitting in front of a customer, be on the phone with one. If you're not sitting in front of a customer, post content. If you're not posting content and you're not in front of a customer, guess what? Be on the phone with one. That's what your Saturday should be at. And that goes in line with our quote for today. Whatever you're focused on, that's what will get done. So if you make Saturdays all about the sale, maybe you don't get one today, but I promise you, if you made today all about the sale and you do these things, you're going to line up sales for this following week. It's going to start quickly in the beginning of the week, and you're just going to be able to build on that momentum, but you have to get it done. So I got a little extra bonus for you, okay? Don't work on any files today. Stop it. Put them away, lock them up. Look, I used to take my team's files away from them, especially on Saturdays, right? But I used to take them because I know I always had the urge of grabbing those files and working on them myself, right? When I was selling. And it would take up my time from actually focusing in on new business. So I would go around and some people would complain, oh, you're micromanaging. I'm not micromanaging. I'm looking out for your paycheck. Get on the phones, put out some marketing. Let's get some deals lined up. So this Selling Saturday, I challenge you, don't touch a file. Don't just sit there not doing anything. Today, it's already almost 11 a.m. Central. If you haven't had a customer in front of you and you don't have anything left for the rest of the day, content marketing, content marketing, content marketing, and phones. Do that all day. Line up a great week to come up. And heck, you never know. Call somebody that's come in, that already came in and saw you a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. That's sitting on that's just right there on the fence. You may be able to get that deal done over the phone. They've already been in. They've seen the homes. They just need you to call them with the right reason. So don't call the follow-up. I'm just calling in follow-up. No, call with intention of getting the deal done. Saturday is all about new business, and that's what you should be doing. Hey, folks, have a great Selling Saturday. Go do some awesome things. I know that you will. And if there's any way that we can help you out here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, please feel free to reach out to us. Go online, go to our website, manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. We've got a whole bunch of information there. Go on any social platform that we've got, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We've got it all. book a call with us. We'd be more than happy to work through some things with you and help you out to set up your career so that you can take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level. All right. We'll be back in tomorrow with a Sunday recharge edition of 15 Minutes to Mastery. And until then, my friends, as always, I can't wait to meet you.